Right, okay, so let's talk to you in a bit more detail about how you can use this fantastic new tool for your business. Now let's talk just a little bit about the commission rates. Now on your regular Kleeneze catalogs, if you're not aware, it's just over this actually, but it's 20 to 36% on the normal products that you put out in your normal Kleeneze catalogs and specials, of course. Now the K-Life and also the internet specials that run, of course, online on from the Kleeneze website give you 10 to 18%. So it's pretty much half the commission rates. Now, lower commissions, though, mean much keener prices. And this has been one of the things that we've seen with the internet specials and obviously now with K-Life. Because, as I said on Saturday, you might have an item in your Kleeneze catalogue or any catalogue that might be there for £40. But it's really no good if people aren't buying it. Where if that particular product's at £20, which Kleeneze can do at the lower commission rates, you may well sell hundreds of those items. So what's going to be better for you? Of course, having a lower commission, but plenty of the sales. Now, however, what's really important, and Kleeneze have been working with the distributor development board, which is a group of distributors, to make sure that we all ring fence our Kleeneze income so that you protect what you have whilst building this other fantastic thing. And you know, we don't want to be losing money, do we? There's no good in doubling your turnover and halving your income. I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that. So we want to ring fence your Kleeneze part of your business to protect your income. And sometimes, you know, you can have too much to give to people in a catalogue pack. And I know people think, you know, I mean, certainly with the new catalogues, they feel a little light, don't they, compared to what we had before Christmas. But I don't know about you, I've been really surprised with the amount of sales that we've seemed to have or get from a much smaller package. And I think it's sometimes like when you go to a restaurant. I'm sure many of you have done this. You go to a restaurant and you see a huge, expansive menu. And you can be there 3 or 4 times as long going through that menu, and we get too much choice, don't we? You really don't know what, you know, to make your mind up with. I know I'm certainly like that. So sometimes you can have too much, but the difference with that, when you go to a restaurant, you're going to have to pick something, otherwise you're going to starve. But with a Kleeneze catalogue, you don't have to always do that. You can just put it down and not buy. So sometimes you can have too much, and psychologically you think they've got to have everything at the time. Now this will get you extra sales and boost your income if used properly, and there is a way to use it properly in our opinion. Now the price is £29 for 50. If you haven't seen it, it's a bigger catalogue. It's 195 pages, more than the Kleeneze one, and also it's bigger in size, and it's not stapled, it's bound down the back, so it really has got a quality feel for it. And the good thing is that it's so much better value than the Kleeneze Plus and Just For You. I'll tell you the reason why. Because if you don't need to buy 250 of these. Okay, let's say you're working with 250 catalogs. With the Kleeneze Plus and Just For You, they were about £5 each. Okay, so you would spend £25 on each of those to put into your catalogs. So that's 50 quid. And you'd have 2 versions of that over 6 months. So that would be, what, 100 quid? Something like that over a 6-month period to put Just For You and Plus into your catalogs. You can get away with this and build your business for 1 or 2 boxes, I would say, in 6 months. So much, much better value, so cheaper, and we think it's going to give you additional sales rather than substitute or instead of sales. Now let's talk about ways to generally move your product. Not talking about this, but just general ways to move your product in Kleeneze. And these are many of the ways: blanket dropping, put in with your regular Kleeneze pack, thank you packs, which we'll talk about those in a second, tap and tell or presenting your catalogs, selling online, which I think is going to be the biggie. We're seeing that already. And of course, family and friends. Now, purely and simply for this type of way, all of these ways are valid ways to move products, or blanket dropping at the top you can call letterboxing. But we're only currently going to recommend 4 out of these 6 methods to move your products via K-Life. Okay, all valid in on other ways, but we would say blanket dropping or letterboxing and putting in with your regular Kleeneze pack is probably not the way to go. Now, Kleeneze don't say let's not get me wrong on this. We are giving you our best advice. We've been in the business 20 years. We're looking at what other leaders are doing. We know what the vast majority of other leaders are doing, and the whole thought process behind K-Life. It should be extra sales, okay, not instead of sales. So if you could bear that in mind, we're not saying you don't have to actually do any of these particular things. It's entirely up to you if you wanted to blanket drop them or put them in Kleeneze packs, but we really don't think that's the way to go. Now let's talk about some of these in a bit more detail. Let's talk about thank you packs. Now, what's a thank you pack? And some of you might not be used to having them referred to as this, but we have done this in the past. Certainly when we've had Christmas time, where we've left additional catalogs when we pick up an order. And it's a matter of when you pick up an order, leave a K-Life catalog with a slip. And the slip would look something like this. And we will have, by the way, at the end of this webinar, we will give you the details of where you can go and download these. You can see obviously what it says there. Of course, if you want to go and over type your date on there, or just write the date in of when you're going to be delivering the products, and you can see there's places there to over type your name, telephone number, and email address. Okay, so put that in with, obviously the K-Life packs come with their own special order forms, and they also come with a bag, snap bag, exactly the same, that you can put that in. And of course, if those of you that were with ACE would remember, there was a lot of regulation problems, which we don't have with this, of course. Now, collect the back, as we've already said, when delivering your order. So go there and just simply ask for the catalogue pack back, with or without orders, of course, and then just simply deliver goods in the normal way. So you go back round the next week and you're going to be seeing 10 to 18% commission, depending on your level in the marketing plan. And bear in mind, this is all on top, of course, of your normal 20 to 36% commission. So you're not getting these substitute purchases getting in the way. Now, if they don't order from you, what do you do? How do you promote your shop? Well, again, here is a flyer that you can put in, which you can see here, invites them if they want to. They can give you a call, or of course go to klife.co.uk/your account number, or of course you can personalize your name. And as I've said a little earlier, do please bear in mind, yes, there have been some issues with the site. That's what they're sorting out, and so it's going to be a little temperamental and working and not working over the next day or so. So they get this right for the launch on Wednesday. I'm sure that'll be the case. And quite importantly to say, all catalogue orders will be ordered and personally delivered by us. And you obviously have your details at the bottom, because some people, if you were involved in that ACE trial, might be a little confused on the process. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Presenting is the way forward. So as we said, too valuable to blanket drop it, in our opinion. We have got, of course, advice at presentyourcatalogs.co.uk if you wish to go and present your catalogs. Of course, it's going to be a little different from when you're doing Kleeneze, because Kleeneze has name awareness. Because normally when I'm presenting a catalog, I would say something like, if I was knocking on the door, I'd say, hi, I'm sorry to bother you, just delivering some Kleeneze catalogs in this area, and we're just seeing if we can, or we're just checking to make sure it's okay to leave you one to have a look at overnight. So that's pretty much the sort of approach I would have. So you're going to be saying, hi, I'm just delivering some K-Life catalogs in this local area. We're just checking to see if it's okay to leave you a catalog to look at overnight, or words to the effect of that. But you are going to get people say, well, who is it? Now, here's the response, and some people are going to choke when I say this. This is the response I would put. So it's a brand new company called K-Life. We operate similar to companies like Avon, but we have a lot of different products at really low prices. Just leave it out for us to collect tomorrow to save disturbing you. Okay. Now, some of you will be choking saying, why have you compared us to Avon? Well, one, we don't want to necessarily make a comparison with Kleeneze because, you know, it's a different brand. We're not trying to work under that particular brand. We're to see if, you know, because some people, Kleeneze will open doors for you, but some people may find it a little toxic. Maybe they, you know, haven't ordered from Kleeneze before and they don't want to. So the new brand is opening doors for you that it maybe wouldn't have done before. So let's get the ego out of the way. Let's not say it's like Kleeneze because more people out there have probably heard of Avon. Okay, so we operate similar to companies like Avon, but we have a lot of different products at really low prices. Just leave it out for us to collect some more to save disturbing you. Okay, so that's the way I would put that. And certainly it's a good idea to do that because that, like I said, will get you a lot more customers than maybe you would have got just with the Kleeneze name. Now, online, I think, is the big player. Okay, we've already seen that. We've already discussed that at the start. You've seen the social media of what is happening already. Ranges possibly being sold out with people with one catalogue because people haven't even got the catalogues yet and the online shop hasn't been working properly. Why? Because there's no catalogues to lose. And in many, many cases, not fuel to pay. Okay, because when you're doing it online, very often the culture is people will come to you in Facebook groups. Okay, that's what we're mainly talking about. The culture is they're going to come to you. So the vast majority of the stuff that we sell online, we have people turning up at the door. I've got somebody turning up here tomorrow about 3:30 to pick up an order for £35 because that's the way they expect it. Prices are very keen and very often normally cheaper than online. Just to give you a couple of heads up with that, my son Ashley, I just took him home a little earlier this evening. He was looking at the stuff in the catalogue. He said, this is some really good stuff here. He was talking about the kickers shoes, or the boots, whatever they are. He was saying there's some good stuff in there, first of all. He said some real good prices. And he showed me on the kickers site, the same boots there are £75 and some places online being sold at $79.99 and we're selling them for £60. So there's a bit of a clue for you, maybe if you're looking for something else to promote. And I said, where would you normally go for these if you were going to buy them? And he does buy a lot of designer gear. It's beyond me a lot of the stuff he buys, but you know what it's like. And he said, I would go, if I wanted these kicker shoes, he said, they would be the ones, and I would go to kicker site and buy them for £75. So many of the prices are cheaper than a lot of other places, even from the manufacturers. Now, if you have not been doing any online selling, where have you been, first of all? A few other people noticed at the weekend we've been doing some of this stuff, okay? Go to sellonfb.co.uk. There are 5 very simple videos, many of those videos, or quite a few of those videos, under 5 minutes. Just showing you step by step what to do. And of course, if you're not involved yet, get on Facebook. And you don't have to be on Facebook. I did a talk about some of you guys that are not on Facebook at the weekend. You can catch that one up on Kleeneze's website, I guess, later on. But, you know, chuck your dinosaur badge away. Ask. Okay, you don't have to be on Facebook, but you don't have to waste time playing games and things like that. But I'm telling you, if you don't want to go on Facebook, that's okay. But as long as you're aware that you're probably going to be foregoing several £1,000s worth of income over the next year, your choice. You see, there's 700 new products on there. It's just going to be huge. You know, either sit back and watch other people make money at this online or get involved and ask. There's plenty of help. And of course, don't forget your friends and family. You know, so easy. Now, this is the same with Kleeneze and, of course, with K-Life. Give them, you know, one set of catalogues. Maybe then, you know, after you've got that back, give them the K-Life catalogue. You know, if you haven't done that, you know, these are people that they like you, hopefully. And people that like you very often want to support you in your new business. But if you've given them a Kleeneze catalogue before, hey, say have a look at what we've got here. Please don't forget them, because there could be hundreds of extra pounds worth. And they're not just buying, by the way, because they like you. That's an advantage. And I think sometimes it may be with Kleeneze, but some of the prices in this K-Life range, they're not going to be buying it because they like you. They're going to be buying them because they want them. Here's the thing as well. If you have been maybe trying in the past to build your business, and sometimes you found the retention of people that you've brought in has been difficult, join the club. I think it probably has in the last 24 months. But the online side, and I guess that's why we had some recognition over the weekend for that as well, the online side, and particularly now with K-Life, is going to massively help your retention. There are people that are joining Kleeneze stroke K-Life, or I think they're going to be calling it the K group. There are people that are doing that. By the time they get their catalogues through, they've sometimes got £100 or £200 worth of orders. Do you not think that's going to help retention? That will massively help you get to gold distributor. I can assure you there will be people that will come in very much so, and you'll see it over the next few months, people that will just sometimes come in that you introduce that could be doing several £1,000s worth a month purely and simply online. And do you think those people are going to quit easily? You better bet your bottom dollar they're not when they find out how this really is going to work. So the future looks extremely bright indeed, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do now, for those of you watching online, I'm just going to sort of reduce this back down, and I'm going to play a video, but because like I said, there's a delay on this, there's no point in us actually trying to correspond on a one-to-one basis. And what we'll do, I'm going to play a video, and then if you've got any questions, I'll open the chat up, put them in the chat, okay, and then after that video's gone through, I'll come back and we'll obviously answer any questions that you've got, hopefully anyway, that we haven't already covered. So if you're leaving us now and that's covered all your questions, I'll say good night. Otherwise, we'll see you back here in a few minutes time.
Stuck, graduate trapped, in your 20s, no direction, 30s, 40s, can't get going, 50s, 60s, undervalued, underpaid, 70s, 80s, disposable, dispensable. There's got to be more to life than this. If you look at any rich list, there's no one on there that's an employee. They all run their own businesses. But what sort of business? If you had $1 million, you could buy a franchise. But if you had $1 million, don't think we'd be having this conversation. Retail is the way to make a profit from day one. Buy things at wholesale price and sell them for a profit. And online is where the smart people are looking. Here's some smart people.
You can quite literally make money while you sleep. Put your adverts on at night, 30 minutes at night, wake up the next morning, you've got orders. I joined the business 16 years ago, really just to make a bit of extra income, like 300 to 500 a month. I now have a residual income of about 70 grand a year. Best check in 4 weeks is £7,400.
I just worked the business part-time around my college course. I got my income up to a level of about £1,700 every 4 weeks.
We don't have to buy any stock, we don't have to invest in any training courses, we just have to invest our time.
I only ever really looked at this initially as something until I maybe did go back to work, and yet here I am 9 years later, and it's completely changed my life in so many ways.
This works, and it's paid every single month consistently, and it's been fantastic.
The last 12 years has allowed us to become full-time parents, which was a dream come true for myself, to be there every day for my girls.
I know what you're thinking. That's all right for them, they're super business types and they started at the right time. Well, a Chinese saying says, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So what's the opportunity? How does it work? What do I need to do? Like all great ideas, this business is simple. You show people your products, they order something, you make a profit. You can do this online or on social media. Or you can go offline and share around our professionally designed catalogues. Or you could do both. It's up to you. It's your business. But can I run this business around a full-time job, a family, a social life and a hobby, you ask? Yeah, that's a bit odd. Let's move on. So if you start now, your online shop with thousands of products will be up and running in a matter of minutes. You can take an order and make a profit straight away. Nice one, friend from school I never really spoke to. It's a direct-to-customer business. That means it cuts out all the middlemen and women that take slices of the profits in a traditional retail structure. And your business will be backed by the UK's original home shopping company and by a global business powerhouse. Warehousing, staff, logistics, marketing, branding, product sourcing and buying all taken care of. And you can get started for less than the cost of a good night out. Okay, that works for a bit of extra cash. But how do I make some serious income? Let's say you retail £1,000 a month. You'll earn approximately £250. Your friend on Facebook wants to start earning the same way you did, so you help them get started. Now, every sale that their business makes is part of your group turnover. Stay with me here. And you get a bonus based on that turnover, in addition to that £250 you earn from your retail. So look, if we whiz forward in time, your business is doing well. You've got regular customers and you've helped 10 people start their own businesses. Your group turnover is £11,000 and you'll be earning over £1,000 every month. Now these 10 lovely people do the same and help some people that they know. And everyone in the group runs an active business, retailing online, dropping catalogues, getting orders. As your team grows, so does your income. Nice. And the bonuses don't stop there. If you build a bigger business, the company rewards you with a car and trips across the world just for growing a successful business. So what if you take a week off? Go on holiday. Your group doesn't all stop. Well, unless you've taken them with you. So your turnover bonus still rolls in. Very, very nice. So what are you waiting for? Get in touch with the person who showed you this video and start today.